I'm Wade Duke here at Southern Response. My main role here is to work in both recruitment and sales. Primarily in sales these days, but just kind of go where I'm needed. All right, so today I want to talk a little bit about a recruitment win here. Kind of juggled back and forth between the two, but a few months ago we had a client reach out for a position that, even he laughed when he talked about how difficult it would be to fill. A job where he really wanted somebody to come in and really own a new branch of the business he was trying to build out. Everything from selling the jobs, bidding the jobs, estimation, management, all the way through to completion. For a couple of days, between talking to him and looking at what I had out there, it looked like it would probably be a really difficult job to fill if we even filled it at all. And he wanted to interview somewhere between 50 to 80 people. I say all that to say that sometimes, in recruitment, being able to pay attention to the small details is what matters. After about a week of looking into this job, I'd sent over a few candidates. He didn't have anybody he liked. This is a very specific job description. And one day, I was actually recruiting for a completely different job, and just happened to stumble across a guy that used to own a business similar to what it was he was trying to do. And throughout that process, just being able to find that small detail in a resume that I wasn't even trying, to recruit for that position for, I was able to get those two guys connected. Now he's in the process of moving down here, taking a job that's, a much higher salary than what he came from, a true life-changing situation for our candidate there and his family. They're in the process of getting their house sold. They'll be coming down here, and he's looking at becoming an actual equity owner in that branch of the business as well. So, I really say all that to say that, for any recruiters out there or anybody looking to work with a recruiter, find somebody that's going to pay close attention to those details. If it hadn't have been for the conversations I had with that candidate and actually going back and actually paying real attention to what it is he has done, that's something that I probably wouldn't have been able to notice. So, again, moral of the story is, find yourself a recruiter if you're a candidate out there that'll do that for you. And, for anybody out there looking for services like this, the same rule applies.